There's been a lot of discussion going back and forth, and you look at a number of different sectors. Every sector has gone through it in discussing social media. Does it apply? Does it apply to me specifically? Should I, as a practitioner, really be involved? And some of the older practitioners really don't see a reason why they should be. They sit there and they think, I've had a successful business. My clients are with me right now, and we have good campaigns. I get my media hits, I get impressions, and we've done some advertising, and I get clicks. But really, it's a new communication environment, and I think a lot of times people talk about communities. This is a community that's growing online, and it's got so many different niches within it for you to explore. And you as a client who's representing, you having clients, if you're representing a brand, or if you're representing a product, or even if you're representing an issue, there's discussion going on in all these different places about your client, your brand, your issue, that you need to be aware of. That's really what it comes down to. You need to be aware of it. And you think about outside of how you're, listening. You should be listening in general on these groups. But this is, if you really get involved in social media, it will help you in different areas. Now you're starting to see breakout functions that we have as PR practitioners, things like media relations. You're starting to see the stories come out now where people are saying, you know what, I'm not friends with that reporter at the Wall Street Journal or the Washington Post or even the community newspaper, but we're linked on LinkedIn. And I saw that they asked a question when they were trying to find some background research, and I was able to offer it to them just because they were linked. I saw that they did the question, I was able to answer. Or, you know what, we're not really friends, but because we're linked on Facebook or we're linked on TripIt, that actually lets people know where you're going and what your locations are. I was able to see that they were going to the same conference I was going to, and that was one way I could break the ice before I even got there. There are ways that you can reach out to these reporters and say, I'm going to be there, there's this session going on, I don't know if you're able to attend, or, oh, I saw you're going to this, is this open? It's a way for you to start that friendly dialogue that'll come back, and they'll see you as a resource now because they see you in all these different places. So I think it's something that you got to engage yourself in.
You're on. So the question is, why use public relations, or why use social media for public relations? And it's amazing that that question is still being asked, because I think the answer is really simple. And the best way to answer it is to say, well, why get written about in the New York Times? If you think about the PR 1.0. It's because that's where the audience is. And that's where people go to find information about products and services and what your clients are doing, basically. So then you say, okay, fine, but still, why use social media? But that's where the audience is, right? If you look at anything around blog readership, Facebook usage, Twitter usage, all of these social media properties, that's where the audience is. So you need to be thinking about how do we be in those places naturally so that those communities can find out about our products and services and causes, etc.